I hope you enjoy this video brought to you by the Parrot Mom. I'm Tora, also known as the Parrot Mom, and this is Kiwi, my lovely assistant. Today I'm going to talk about feather plucking. If you're watching this video because your parrot started plucking its feathers today and you're trying to figure out what to do, then I want you guys to skip over and watch part 2. Before you start watching it though, I want you to pick up your phone and call your avian vet and let them know what's going on. Then go ahead and watch part 2. In part 2, I'm going to discuss emergency solutions to keep your parrot from doing further damage to itself. Also, I'm going to talk about the causes of feather plucking and ways to resolve the destructive behavior. In this video, part 1, I'm going to answer the basic questions about feather plucking. I will answer, what is feather plucking? Why is feather plucking bad? And what are the different types of feather plucking? So I thought this was very appropriate that we're talking about feather plucking because you can see Kiwi decided to pluck her chest feathers today. She has plucked in the past. However, all of her feathers were growing in really great. Her chest was almost all green, and then I came in the living room and at the bottom of her perch I found a bunch of feathers. I also noticed she's starting to barber her feathers and do a few different things. Okay, so let me first explain what is feather plucking. Feather plucking is a form of self-mutilation and can also be referred to as overpreening or feather destructive behavior, FDB. I was introduced to feather plucking actually at a trade show where an animal shelter had a parrot there that was almost entirely bald from feather plucking. He had removed all the feathers from his body, and the only feathers he really had was a little bit on his wings and his head, because a bird can't reach its head to pluck out the feathers. So self-mutilation can be caused by a number of things. It can be caused by physical or medical problems, environmental factors, or even behavioral and psychological reasons. So what are the different types of feather plucking? Barbering is when a parrot chews on a feather. Some birds will chew just a little bit at a time but never completely remove the feather. This here is a feather that was barbered, and you can see just the top of it looks like it has been chewed. In the most severe cases, a parrot may chew the entire feather and just leave the very tip of the staff coming out of the skin. Feather plucking. Specifically, the plucking is when the parrot will remove the entire feather. The staff and everything. Apparently, Kiwi is wanting to eat them. This can be caused by nutrient deficiencies or something. It's probably not the most common, but as you can see, there are parrots who do it. I'll be talking about in part 2 what I'm going to do for Kiwi because I'm pretty sure that she has a nutrient deficiency. The final form I want to talk to you guys about is the actual self-mutilation. In severe cases, parrots may even self-mutilate the soft tissue that is on their breast, their legs, or their back. Some parrots will actually dig into the soft tissue of their skin and either irritate it or tear it. And so there's actually an open wound, sometimes requires stitches. The last question is, why is feather plucking so bad? Okay, first off, this is my own reason. When I was doing a lot of research and stuff, nothing approached this, but it's ugly, okay? Seeing Kiwi fully feathered and having the beautiful green on her belly and everything was so much better than seeing the skin peeking through the gray down feathers. The second reason it's bad is because of progression. It can lead to more and more feather plucking until the bird is featherless or even has bad sores on it. The third reason is because of mobility issues. The parrot can't fly. it has a hard time keeping its balance, and also there's no protection, so it's really damaging to the parrot. They can often lose their balance, fall, break ribs, and they're also open to bacteria because nothing is keeping the junk off of their skin. The fourth reason feather plucking is bad is because it's a sign of illness. Often there's an underlying issue that needs to be addressed. The fifth reason why feather plucking is so bad is similar to the fourth reason. It can also be a sign of nutrient deficiency. So again, look at the underlying issue. It's not just the feather plucking, but what is causing that feather plucking. The sixth and final reason why feather plucking is so harmful is because it can cause permanent damage. After the parrot has removed feathers over and over, it's going to damage the skin, and over time it may stop producing feathers. We hope this video helped you understand more about feather plucking. Be sure to watch Part 2 so you can find out what causes feather plucking, how to identify what's causing your bird's feather plucking, and how you can resolve the problem. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to being your resource for parrot education. Subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on Kiwi's skateboarding adventures and my Parrot Mom vlog. We hope you We want to avoid the ugliness or the bleeding. Is really tired and grumpy. And so they decide to annoy you while you're trying to make a video about them.